出也出不去，就也不能回家，就还不如就在你就死在那里了嘛，就这样。吃完饭之后，我就在他盒子里面翻到的，我就直接吃完。
Lin woke up in hospital, which is where Liu Xianri's team picked her up and took her to a safe house. Not far away is this large compound known as White Sand 2. Chen was brought here in May 2021. He was told he needed to work for the business for 6 months or pay them more than $6,000 to leave.
这真的是像那种坐牢一样，你最起码，但是你坐牢一样，你最起码还有，他好歹还讲人权嘛。他这种地方他根本就不跟你讲那些东西的。他在这里他就是做业绩，做不出他就逼。
He says they had to work 15-hour days on a cryptocurrency romance scam, targeting wealthy Chinese women living abroad. The first thing they had to do was create a fake persona using videos and photos from the internet.
他就是包装那种，就是说长得比较帅啊，然后正能量，有一份正规职业的就行了，不是说包装富二代什么的，那不是。就是有一份正规的职业。 反正就是一个死了老婆的，然后，怎么说呢？他们就是说的越惨越好，情感尽量说的比较惨一点，想想就有戏。
For US scam victim Melissa, Chen's testimony is hard to listen to.
That's the script that my scammer used on me. You know, they're using sad stories. You know, to get more money out of us, and my scammer used the plot that his girlfriend cheated on him.
They have scripts for pretty much for everything.
一个女的，反正一个女的就被骗了1000多万，对，在加拿大的。
But for Melissa, it wasn't just about money.
I think the hardest impact on me, it was the emotional side. They used me when I was most vulnerable, when I was most lonely.
You want to trust people and believe them, but after being scammed, how can you trust anyone anymore?
Chen certainly couldn't trust his captors. Just days shy of 6 months at White Sand 2 and his promised freedom, he was sold.
但是他5个月零27天把你卖了。
Not far from Sihanoukville's tranquil shores is a precinct known as Chinatown. On street level, we secretly film the steel bars inside a restaurant, barbershop and pharmacy, preventing those inside the compounds from escaping. A police station is right on the corner.
Which place were you?
Hong spent 9 months enslaved. He was sold to 4 different companies here. Each time his price and debt to the company increasing.
我当时就是怎么说呢，就是既有害怕吧，因为人生自由控制，因为你这样转来转去的，你的身价只会越来越高。心想这时候什么才能把这赔付给清了，才能回国。
He spent most time in this Chinatown compound known as Jinshui. It's owned and developed by Yunnan Jincheng Group, headed by Chinese-born, now Cambodian national, Dong Lechung. Frequently seen with the Prime Minister Hun Sen, in 2008, Dong was convicted of money laundering in China. Since then, he's been at the centre of multiple bribery cases there.
You know, despite the fact that he had been involved in giving those bribes, somehow he never had to really serve time. He then sort of seems to have shifted and moved off to Cambodia.
In Cambodia, Dong Lechung's done business deals with Senator Kok An's relative, Riti Ruxmai, and is not only involved in major development projects like this one, but also heads up a bank and an airline. In 2018, he provided a luxurious jetliner to fly Hun Sen and his entourage to a UN General Assembly meeting in New York.
I guess offering perks like this certainly is one way to develop a business in a country where, you know, rule of law is not so present.
Hong's first stint at Donglechung's Jinsui compound saw him confined to this building.
感觉你们像坐牢一样，日不见光的几个月。
According to Hong, the criminal enterprise he was forced to work for targeted people who had already been scammed.
那我们跟他说，我们就是事务所跟国家一些 IT 黑科技术部门进行合作，破解这些你们这些被诈骗的平台，然后呢，我们进行让你去往回损失，然后呢，我们以一种话术，然后引诱他到我们这个这个平台上面去投资。
And then when victims wanted to withdraw their money, the practice of pig butchering would begin.
这是我们进行卡管的，我们也体现，我们需要手续费，实现那种纳税，是吧？以各种理由让他去信服。
4 months on, Hong was desperate to get out. He found Lu Xianri's volunteer team online. They reported his case along with 4 others to the National Police. But before he was rescued, Hong says he was locked in a tiny room for 3 days without food or water.
如果公司再起过关了，我可以从10楼跳下去。其实有很多跳楼的，只是可以说是人间地狱。
Next to Jinsui is a compound known as Kaibo or KB. KB Hotel and Casino front the street. Once again, Government Senator Kok An has close ties to the site. His recently deceased son-in-law, Riti Sumnung, was chairman of KB Hotel until his recent death. But Sumnung's business partner, KB Hotel director, Zhu Aimin, is of even more interest here. He's another convicted criminal. In 2013, China issued an Interpol red notice against him after a Chinese court sentenced him to 10 years in jail for masterminding an illicit international gambling ring worth $1.75 billion.
This is another pattern that we've seen where people who are convicted criminals somehow are able to abscond and really continue doing the same sorts of criminal activity that they'd been doing back in China without any form of repercussions or punishment.
Pictured here with Riti Sumnung and the National Military Police Commander, the Chinese fugitive is also wanted in Hong Kong for money laundering and has had his HSBC bank accounts frozen.
So you can see that the methods that the criminal networks are using, I mean, they're co-opting elites that offer them protection from local law enforcement, but also from international law enforcement, including law enforcement back in China.
At the notorious KB compound, Chen says he was confined in Building 5.
1楼大楼那里就有保安看着，有3、4个保安看着，你都出不去。
An elaborate cryptocurrency investment scam is hidden behind its walls. Using China's ban on Bitcoin as the premise, Chen says the company Spiel pretended to offer victims the chance to profit from wealthy Chinese.
那个公司就是说我们的借口就是说，我们从事加密货币，就直接的跟他说帮别人洗钱，就直接跟他说。
According to Chen, they then get victims to download the company's fake platform and also a legitimate crypto exchange platform like Binance or Coinbase.
然后他充值的时候，就是用那个盗版平台，就是用那个正规平台充钱充进去，然后转到我们平台。
The scam company had tricked the victim into giving it access to their crypto wallet.
就是你下载一个软件包，你里面没有钱的时候，我先让你授权，因为他那个授权是相当于是说有一个时间段的，就是几年啊。因为你账号里面没有钱嘛，对不对？你不会怀疑我嘛？
And the company would then watch and wait as the victim put more and more money into their wallet.
他们那种人就，他其实不是相信你，但是他相信平台，相信Coinbase。 他有钱就全部投进去，后面没钱了就自己给他全部划走了。我那时候走的时候，他那边有一个最大的，就是20多万美。
And from what Chen tells us, the company was using sophisticated technology that allowed each worker to target at least 500 people a day.
我们有一种软件，你只要输入国家的区号，输入城市的区号，它就会把你那个号码全部导出来。 你就可以直接在上面跟他打招呼了。
company's software also enabled them to log into 20 to 30 WhatsApp accounts at the same time and instantaneously translated messages.
不止1万，大概10多个国家，就是欧洲那边比较有钱的国家。对，你直接把中文输入进去嘛，然后你在上面设置好。
After 2 months in the KB compound, Chen and a friend tried to escape, squeezing through the bars in a room off the canteen.
翻出去，结果跑了几十米不到，那保安开车追，几十个保安，然后直接就被抓住了，直接就手铐铐回来了。
The next day, still handcuffed together, they were dragged to the office and beaten.
就是老板说了，就是说不动手的话他就打他，然后就是说有30多个人打我们2个人吧。基本上打我们的时候，你能做的就是抱着头，然后缩着肚子。
A recording of a video call Chen made to a friend 4 days later shows his injuries.
基本上没有一块好的皮肤，从这边到后面整个后半身。
6 weeks on, other wounds are still obvious.
因为他那里被挖了一块肉，这个就是当初被手铐铐